Happy Friday morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show right here on the new Main Street TV. Of course, Jennifer here, and we have our good friend John Boy in the house today. So welcome, John Boy. We're so happy to have you here.
I had to get up early to make it to the first part of the show.
You did. I mean,
know.
this is
I'm
like...
still kind of sleepy-eyed.
Yeah, you normally get to sleep in another half hour, don't you?
Yeah, I had to skip makeup and everything to be here.
Well, we appreciate you coming up and spending time with us today. Before we get to any of our fun stuff that we're going to talk about today, we do have a message from the city of Jackson that's, what do we say, hot off the press?
You got it.
If you will. And they wanted us to let everybody know, this is a public notice, that the city of Jackson is evaluating storm sewers, sanitary sewers, water supply, and street improvements in the Florence Avenue neighborhood area of Jackson. Residents of that area are asked to attend a neighborhood meeting to discuss these evaluations. So the meeting is with Mayor Randy Evans at the intersection of Florence Avenue and Anderson Drive. So they want you to meet actually in that location, and it's Tuesday, May 18th at 6 p.m. So this coming Tuesday at 6 p.m., they are asking that residents of that area meet with the mayor to discuss these projects. If it rains, which may or may not, the rain date is Wednesday, May 19th at 6 p.m. So there you go. And we will let you know about that Monday as well. But sounds like they've got some work to do out there, and they're just trying to get some suggestions and feedback from the residents of that area, which makes sense.
It does.
That's a good deal.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, for sure. So, John, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. A little
Yes.
confused, but I'm doing well.
Well, I spend my life a little confused. James is confused. We're all confused.
I didn't know where to bring my mask or not bring my mask, or what's going on?
Are we allowed
here?
to sit by each other now? I don't know. Who knows? Okay, but I do want to address that in all seriousness, because you are confused and I'm confused and James is confused and the whole world is confused. Because who do you listen to?
I know who I'm going to listen to.
Me?
That's true. I mean, you're first, but
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm going to go with the message I like.
You're right. The one that tells me what I want to hear.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Mike, our governor, and on June the 2nd, let's just open this back up.
Yeah, I know. And so here's where the confusion is coming in, folks. And I think I assume a lot of you saw this last night because, again, it was all over social media. And that's all the news is talking about this morning nationally, which is making it even more confusing for folks because they don't know what's going on. So what happened yesterday? Well, a few days ago, our governor in Ohio said that on June 2nd, he was just going to open the world back up. So no masks, no social distancing, no anything. Okay, cool. So last night, the CDC, Center for Disease Control, which would be like a national kind of agency, comes out and says, well, yeah, if you've been vaccinated, just throw your mask away. Inside, outside, whatever. So now people are like, well, do I listen to the state or do I listen to the CDC? So the national news this morning is just like, throw your mask away. So last night, Jennifer, being the rule follower that I am, happened upon, luckily, a lot of you all don't know, but we have several liquor control agents that live right here in the Jackson area. And I happened to run into one, and I won't mention names, but he was very kind last night, and he was at the brewery eating with his family, and we struck up a discussion because the CDC thing had just come out. And he said, I don't... And his wife said, what do you think? What's your interpretation of that? And I said, my interpretation is what your husband says, because he's the one that's going to either find me or not find me or whatever. And so he said, honestly, we don't know. He said, let me get my supervisor on the horn and let's come to a conclusion about this because people are going to ask. So got the supervisor and talked with her quite a lengthy conversation. And basically the long and short of it is, as far as establishments that would have a liquor license or a food service license or something of that nature, they are asking that we follow the guidelines set forth by the state of Ohio, the health department, the Division of Liquor Control, and whatever. So as far as mandates go, as long as the state of Ohio has those mask mandates and whatnot, they're asking that we follow that until the governor says otherwise.
Yeah.
Which, again, is
Sure.
what is it, 2 weeks, and who cares? It's been, a year and a
Right.
half or whatever, so who cares?
I mean, some people have already thrown them away anyway. But
Right.
as you know, the state and federal laws differ in many things.
They do.
The consumption and the selling of marijuana, and different states have different laws. But if you're within the state of Ohio, it's prudent for you to follow the governor's advice and not the federal advice.
Correct, and
because
I'm glad you said that because it is confusing.
It is confusing, but so we'll all celebrate on June the 2nd.
Right.
We'll have a big mask burning.
A big mask burning party. You know, and I think that's fair enough. There's going to be a giant mask burning party somewhere. But no, so please don't get upset with us or get angry with us as we are still trying to follow the rules set forth by the folks that make or break us, which are the health department, liquor control, all of that, especially with restaurants.
Right.
Because, we want to follow the rules and still do things properly. And, the staff will continue to do what they're supposed to do until we're told otherwise.
Right.
So, yeah. But no, I like your mask burning party idea. What can we do with that?
I'm sorry I mentioned that. Now I'm going to be responsible for a big bonfire somewhere.
Yeah, right here. We should do it right here on the show. Can we go down on the street and do it? I mean, we don't have to do it here in the studio because that could probably be dangerous. But
Yeah, we probably do it in the. I don't know. It'd be.
we should call the city offices and ask them if it's okay if we have a mask burning party here on the show.
I personally liked being able to hide my identity in public.
Well, no, and you
Less,
know what?
less people you went to high school with talking to you at Walmart.
In a way, I'll kind of miss them because you do hide a lot with them.
You
have
certainly
a Zit?
do.
Cool. Doesn't
You s-
matter.
You certainly do.
And you know what the funny thing is? I was talking with some of the staff last night, and the very first question out of the very first person's mouth that asked me, and it floored me, was, well, can I continue to wear my mask because I feel safer that way?
Sure, you can.
And I said, absolutely. And it took me back, though. I was like, sure.
Well, they had a big thing on the news last night. If you remember, they showed the difference between West Palm Beach, Florida, which is wide open,
Yes.
and New York City, which is,
Not.
Washington, D.C., which is closed.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I think that was unfair comparison, even though it's true that the people in West Palm Beach were having a great time and the lights were on and the people walking through, and then they showed in Washington D.C. they showed the tents and for homeless and yada yada yada. Anyway, I noticed in West Palm Beach in the video, which was live,
Yeah.
there were people in the back, not a lot of them, but some who still had a mask on. So I mean, if you feel safe that way, it's safer. That's fine.
And my friend Sarah from Key West was up. You all got to meet her on the show here when we were down there. She was up this past weekend, and she and I had lunch. And she was talking about Florida being wide open, but she said, "Listen, there are many businesses down there, and it's their prerogative that they have made it perfectly clear that they still want folks to wear masks in their business,
Mhm.
and." The governor or the government down there is not getting involved anymore. They've just kind of backed off. But, if you still want folks to wear a mask in your place, whether it be a knick-knack store or, whatever, that's okay too.
Sure.
I don't, so I think as a business owner, you kind of have to decide what you want your rules to be. And I think, like we're meeting, I know Monday at the restaurant, about what we will do in 2 more weeks when things are lifted. And I don't know that it will be just open up the doors and everything goes back to how it was a year and a half ago. I don't know that it will be that way.
I think it will be a process and not an event.
I think you're right. And I think it's going to take, for example, we've staffed X amount of people now for a year and a half. So you don't just one day flip a switch and miraculously change to something completely different. It has to be a gradual process. If not, it's going to mess up everything. So.
And and keep in mind that there are some businesses that, because of the pandemic and the people who are drawing unemployment during the pandemic, businesses are having trouble getting people to come back to work.
Absolutely.
So just because this is lifted doesn't mean that all businesses can go back to 100% of their previous operation.
Well, and I think that that's kind of where we are in that. Do we want to just start ripping tape off because we X'd tables out. So when I say ripping the tape off tables, that's what I mean. Do we just want to rip all the tape off the tables and not have enough people to serve and, the kitchen not be able to keep up and whatever and have people angry, or just keep doing what we're doing for a minute? It's a decision that every individual business, and I'm not just talking about myself. It's just a decision that everybody is going to have to make.
There's some restaurants that are doing carry out and drive through only and no dine in, and they'll have to make a decision on when that can happen for their business. So, yeah,
Correct.
I don't think it's going to be flip a switch on June the 2nd here in
No.
Ohio, but I think it's going to be the beginning of
Right,
things
of
going
back to normal.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think that's fair. That's a fair assessment of that, and that's a good thing.
It's a good sign. It
Yeah.
is. It's something we've been waiting for over a year.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. But as far as those CDC guidelines go, please be aware and please be supportive of businesses and whatever and what they're asking you to do, because they're doing what they think's best for their staff and for their patrons and everything.
and like you say, certain places that you go, you'll still see the sign wear face covering, and you need to do that. So,
Right. So yeah. So anyway, that's our CDC mask wearing public service announcement for the day.
coming from people who don't know anything, right?
Coming from people who
We
don't know
don't
squat
know.
about squat.
We're just
Other
talking.
I can say that I did talk with a liquor control.
That's right.
Actually, 2 agents yesterday. So I feel like I kind of know a little bit more than some.
Okay,
So give me that at least.
will do.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
All right.
I'm looking to you as a point of authority right now.
Because Jen said so. That's why.
That's
It's Jen
right.
Law. Hey, before we get on to anything else, let's do our weather forecast. Is that cool, James?
That's cool, Jen.
Okay, thanks, James. All right, this is your Zip Printing weather forecast, and I know a lot of you are wondering what's going on for the weekend, and it is absolutely gorgeous for today for Oak Hill's graduation and tomorrow for Jackson's prom. Could you get any prettier than that? Looking great. Partly cloudy today, highs around 71, lows around 44 overnight tonight. For tomorrow on Saturday, partly cloudy and highs around 72 for that Jackson prom. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy, lows around 49. And then on your Sunday, looks like mostly cloudy, some scattered showers possible, a little bit cooler with those temperatures, probably because of the rain, around 66 degrees. Looking, though, next week, look at that. Absolutely just lovely with highs getting up into the 80s by midweek. We do ask that you visit Zip Printing at yourtotalmedia.shop if you are looking to commemorate your graduate. They can do those yard signs, posters, custom announcements, anything that you need printed that they can do at Zip Printing. So pretty cool. And they do a fantastic job right downstairs, or you can give them a ring, 286-3023, and ask some more questions about that. So there is your weather forecast, and it's looking pretty good.
It is.
We love that.
I saw those 80s. I've been looking forward to those
know.
80s.
I could do, if my entire rest of my life was somewhere between 74 and 84, I would be happy. That would be fantastic.
That's called indoors, dear.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
Shoot.
At least in Ohio, that's what we call it.
It's called climate control.
Yeah. Hey, I want to give you something to celebrate today.
Please do so.
Today is National Chicken Dance Day.
We should do it.
Yeah, Chicken
I just
Dance
did, I
is
think.
probably produce more wedding photos and videos that will never go away than anything on the planet. And those videos of carting dad off on with the EM by the EMS in the middle of the reception. Oh well.
I can remember when I got married, and I was meeting with the old man of rock and roll because he was doing some DJing for
Sure.
us at the reception and emceeing of the festivities, if you will. And I remember I said, "Can we please, for the love of God, not do the chicken dance?"
So guess what?
He was like, he didn't do it.
Okay.
He respected my wishes, unlike the old man of rock and roll who is ornery, and he did not play the chicken dance.
One of my college classmates, that was their first dance.
I love that. That's cute.
So they lined up, like they were going to dance, and then they played the chicken dance, and they switched formation and went into the chicken
That's
dance.
funny. Okay,
It's pretty
so
funny.
if you do something like that, that would be good.
Yeah.
But just doing it just to do it is no. That was one of my sorority initiations. We used to have to do the chicken dance every morning.
Okay.
I think that's why I hate it so much.
Really?
Yeah, at like 5 a.m. Anyway.
That's not good.
No. So National Chicken Dance Day. Are you going to participate?
No.
I think that we should get the whole staff together and do it, and then we can post it.
You could post it?
Yeah.
Okay. I will be your cameraman.
No, we can all do it together.
I could do one of those and it would never go back.
You'd break a wing.
Hell yeah. Oh my.
John threw out his wing again.
Call the EMS. Oh, it's also National Buttermilk Biscuit Day today.
Ooh, that's a better day.
I can't think of anything that wouldn't be a little bit better, with a buttermilk biscuit to go along with it.
I know. So if you were to eat a buttermilk biscuit, just plain, not like with like sausage and egg or something on it, are you a just butter person? Are you a butter and jelly person? A butter and honey person? What would you put on your biscuit?
Butter.
Just butter?
I like butter on my biscuits, yes.
Butter
once in a
my
while-
biscuits.
Like what I would do when they give you those biscuits with, KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken,
Yes.
I usually save those for dessert and put a little honey and butter on
That's what I do too. Great minds. No, I'm not a jelly person, so I think if I had a biscuit, I'm more apt to just put about 3 pounds of butter on it
Okay.
and eat a biscuit with my butter and or the honey. That's
right.
my favorite. What about you, James?
Mostly just butter.
Just butter on your biscuit?
Well, unless at breakfast I'll put jelly on it. But if
Okay.
it's, like a KFC, that's just butter.
Okay.
It's hard to beat butter.
This might also be Papa and Fresh birthday. I don't know, but you never know.
Could be.
Yeah. So we'll see. And I'm not
Local
quite
guy.
sure what we're going to do with this.
Okay.
This is going to be rather a dilemma. It's National Decency Day. You got all choked up. I mean, I'm assuming that it's not what you celebrate, but what you not celebrate on Decency Day. But whatever you do, we want to just give a shout out. It's real decent of you. I don't know what else to do with that one.
I should have worn my Be Nice shirt. It would have reminded people to
That's
be
true.
decent
That's right.
instead of nice. I don't know. But no, okay, so National Decency Day. Does that mean do something nice for someone? Or does that mean just don't be a douchebag?
That's probably just don't be a grump. Don't be.
Am I allowed to say that? I don't know.
It's too late. Better to ask for forgiveness than
I'm not
permission.
going to retract it. I mean it.
Yeah, don't be. Yeah, that.
What she said.
Yeah, what she said. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit, if I can, about the new summer fashions. Now, this one is huge, but I think we're going to see part of that go away. They're bringing back the trikini. Have you seen?
Yes.
With the mask to
Yeah,
match
it's
the
like
bikini.
your bikini with a mask, so it's a
Yeah.
trikini.
Most of those trikinis, most of the material was in the mask, but I think that what you'll probably see is maybe that go back to the bikini now.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, the only problem with the trikini is you're correct. It was confusing to some ladies what part was the mask and what part went other places.
Okay,
Just saying.
just saying.
But no, it is a little bit sad in a way to do away with these masks. And what I mean by it is so many people, I was just looking at my collection this morning and like there's so many cute ones and you make the lemonade out of a lemon. If you have to wear a mask, right, you have to at least find cute ones or whatever. And people are color coordinating and whatever. So it's almost become part of your attire. So it's a little sad to see them go. Wonder if we could find something constructive to do with them.
I don't know. You can
Maybe make a bikini out of two.
I guess I don't know.
One on one side, one on the other.
You
I
could
don't know.
frame them, hang them up.
We could.
That's true.
Yeah. Make a quilt out of them.
That's right.
That's actually not a bad idea
Make a quilt out of that. That is a good idea.
because there's so many that are different colors
Yeah.
and
Let me know how that goes.
yeah.
You make quilts?
No, but my mommy does.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's one of
Okay.
her big things she's doing right now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, she's very good at it. So she said that with her arthritis, she has a little bit of trouble holding the paintbrush now. And my mother's a wonderful artist, if all of you don't know. So she's kind of taken her creativity and gone to quilting.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yep.
On with more fashion news.
Yes.
This is kind of a shocker. Every summer there's the big fad, the big thing.
Yes.
And for men this year, do you know what it is?
I think I saw this morning and I was super excited.
Hawaiian
Yes.
shirts.
I love Hawaiian shirts.
I think
So
there are
excited.
more Hawaiian shirt mistakes than any other piece of clothing that men can wear. I mean, I like them too, but some of them are just mistakes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, some of them can get a little bit obnoxious, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But it all started because, was it Greg Beckham that wore one down in Florida or something?
Yeah.
And it hit, like the paparazzi took a picture,
sure.
and then now it's just like, or David Beckham, not Greg Beckham. David Beckham, I think, was the one that got caught wearing one. So we'll see, but I don't know. Do you own a Hawaiian shirt?
Yes, I have a couple in my closet because every once in a while you would go to an event where that would be the theme,
Right.
And of course, I have one that I seldom wear that is truly Hawaiian. Then I have one that was given to me it's the real dressy Mandarin collar, all white
Oh, yeah.
jobbies that
Yeah.
are nice. So, but that's not probably a true Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, I'm interested to see, are you going to walk in the Old Navy store and half the store is going to be Hawaiian shirts?
I don't
or
know.
What's that going to be? So it'll be fun to see if that trend really does catch on or not.
Okay.
But I'm all about it. So Jamie has a couple Hawaiian shirts. We'll have to dig them back out. I like it.
Don't know. I mean, Connie always urges me to wear different colors, but I'm kind of a black and white, black and gray, black and black kind of guy, you know? Sorry.
Well, you know what you should do? You should wear your Hawaiian shirt under your black and gray suit.
That's right. I could try
You
that.
can get a little bit wild there. Yeah. Did you hear about the poor lady that washed her $26 million California lottery winning ticket?
No.
I mean, truth. Yeah. She purchased a $26 million winning lottery ticket in November and accidentally put it in the pocket of her pants that went through the laundry.
Okay.
She bought it at a convenience store in Norwalk, California. She went back to the store to explain her predicament, and she had until midnight yesterday, I guess, to claim the ticket, which I'm not exactly sure why she waited this long. They say that the surveillance video shows her buying the ticket. Like, they have
Okay.
surveillance video of it. It was turned they turned the surveillance video over to the California Lottery, but the original was lost when the store recorded over it. It's a woman in her 40s, and they don't know exactly what they're going to do with it, I think. I think they're trying
So
to
when
decide.
She washed the ticket. She has nothing left of it? Is that what she's saying?
Uh-huh. I mean, if you would think about a lottery ticket, there wouldn't be anything left
Yeah,
of
a little
it.
piece of paper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Officials say if a winner loses a ticket, they must provide substantial evidence that they owned it, such as a photo or photocopy of the front and back of the ticket. So I don't know if surveillance video of her purchasing the ticket would be enough or not. I don't know. And if the prize goes unclaimed, they will give $19.7 million to the California Public School. That's what happens to, I guess, lottery money that's unclaimed.
Oh, really? Okay.
So, yeah. So,
Congratulations to the California public school system.
right, exactly. That's kind of what I'm thinking, too.
I'm feeling bad that I never win. That would be a worse feeling.
Wouldn't it? It's like never winning would be way easier to take than that.
Well, you remember the show My Name is Earl?
Yes.
The first episode, he gets a winning lottery ticket and it blows away from him and he goes to chase after it and he gets hit by a bus.
Yeah. I forgot about that show. It was pretty funny.
Well, it was. It was a good show.
That was
But
a
yeah.
good show.
And then he washed it.
Oh, man. Well, yeah.
Luckily, I missed that one.
I don't even know what. Number one, how do you have a $26 million winning lottery ticket? And-
Yeah, like you are right there. Like you were going straight to wherever you got to go, right?
Right.
I
Like
mean,
I'm calling like the Brinks armored car service to come get me. But I don't know. I mean, that's a good point. Like immediately snap, I would think if immediately snap a picture of the front and back of that sucker, so at least you have something to prove that you had it.
I had a conversation with a lady that worked for the West Virginia lottery one time.
Yeah.
Man, like she worked like in their office building.
Yeah.
She said all kinds of crazies came in there like day in, day out.
Claiming stuff.
Oh yeah, well people would come in and like ask to talk to the president. Like they thought the president worked at the state lottery office.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Just the kind of people that maybe buy some of the people that maybe buy those tickets. Maybe
Right?
maybe not fully
Aren't all
not
there.
all pistons aren't firing.
Get me out of this, John.
We can move on if you want to.
Okay, that'd be fantastic.
All right, things that have changed. One of them is, of course, the American lexicon. Words that we use that we're finding out day by day that are no longer appropriate,
Sure.
no longer follow social standard guidelines,
Not quite
The-
as
the
PC as
latest-
they once were.
New style guideline is they now forbid the word, and this is released by the Associated Press,
Okay.
and they came up with this dilemma when they were trying to report and cover Jeff Bezos' divorce, that the word mistress is now sexist, and the word mistress is also archaic. In other words, you're not supposed to use that word anymore.
So what word are you supposed to use?
You can use the word companion now. So if someone has a
Mistress.
significant other than what they
Another significant.
Another significant
A
other than
significant-
your other
a-
other.
significant.
an
other.
unlawful significant other, it should be called companion. So
I can think of some other words.
I thought about one: undocumented fun spouse. Is that could we use that?
I like it.
There you go.
That seems totally politically
But
correct.
to take the word mistress out, I was writing this down. Elvira, companion of the dark. That doesn't work, does it?
No, it does not.
No.
No.
So anyway, you can't use that word, especially they say in news coverage.
Okay, so now we are. Okay, that's good.
It's archaic.
It's archaic. We
Okay.
will not use the word mistress anymore
Okay.
to describe someone's mistress.
I know what you're thinking. Quit it. Don't say it. Okay. I guess I got us back in. Let's go on to something else.
I mean, I got a lot of other words
I
that
know.
you can use, but
I know. I'm just trying to help you out
I mean,
here.
it doesn't really make mistress sound all that bad. Go ahead.
The latest challenge. On Facebook, they had the water challenge where you dump water on it, and they have different challenges going on. There's one in England now that has, well, they're having a lot of issues with it. This challenge is for kids, TikTokers, to sit in baby swings. And
Okay.
last month alone, the fire department was called for 21 times to get kids out of baby swings.
That is fantastic.
So that's the latest fad. You get in a baby swing and they do a TikTok on it and then call the fire department when they can't
When you get
out.
stuck.
So that's the latest fad.
I'm sure the folks at the fire department would be just happy to go back to the old-fashioned cat in the tree call.
That's true.
Wow. That is, I've never heard of that one. How have I missed it?
I don't know.
Are you going to do it, John?
No.
No? I mean, I don't even know how.
I can't remember the last time I could fit in a baby swing.
I know. I was thinking, I'm like, probably not going to work. I couldn't even get close enough to it to get stuck in it.
There you go.
So we're safe.
Okay.
Oh, man. Well, in serious news, and then you can get me out of that one, too.
Okay.
Did you hear about the Ohio State football team and the massage therapist?
I knew that there was something coming out, but I missed
Holy moly. This lady has got some serious issues. She makes mistress be all right. So there's this lady. Now think about this. She's a massage therapist, and basically what she was doing, they did this investigation. They found that 5 Ohio State players had had consensual encounters with her. Let's just go with that. With her after she had offered massage therapy services, and that over 20 players had received messages from the woman through social media. So basically, she was targeting these Ohio State players and asking them to come and let her massage them, and then she wanted to do other stuff with them.
it. Okay.
needless to say, her actions were. This is a statement from the compliance people. Her actions were a part of a scheme to exploit football student athletes and were in violation of her state license. In addition, Ohio State does not believe the massage therapist's actions trigger NCAA rules or form NCAA violations. No self-reporting is required, but Ohio State has proactively shared the exploitive behavior with the NCAA, and a report has been made to the Franklin County Prosecutor's Office. She's 41 years old. She lives 2 hours northeast of Columbus. According to the firm, she operates her massage scheme to make contact with Ohio State football student athletes. She appeared to be driven by her desire for physical and sexual contact with members of the football team. They said they have talked to over 100 football players, and over 80 had either no or very limited knowledge of the woman's existence. They found that the woman primarily targeted players from years 18 to early 20s. The 5 players that said they had an encounter with her said that it was consensual. 20 other players received massages from her, and basically all of them said that she'd tried.
Okay.
Oh, and by the way, she's no longer a massage therapist with the state of Ohio.
You think?
But yeah, she would contact them via social media and then send them, kinky messages and all kind of stuff to try to like draw them in. And they have all of that.
Okay.
I'm just wondering that's almost like a fetish kind of thing or something. Or are you trying to, either that or you're trying to exploit them and like blackmail them for something. But I feel like this sounds like she's just a perv. She's in trouble though.
Yeah.
John says, "Get me out of this one."
Hey, it's the truth. It's news, man.
Yeah, and I didn't catch it, but I do know earlier in the day there was a reporter from ESPN that said he heard that something was coming. So, and he did note that it probably wasn't going to come with any sanctions, but it was going to be something. So,
well, and I feel like
well, you have to.
I can get myself into trouble, but yeah, I mean, like. I don't think anybody did anything. She did something wrong, but I don't think the football players did anything wrong.
Yeah, this was initiated by her.
Yeah.
So.
Right. And, boys will be boys, so. There's a name for that, but I won't say it.
You want me to?
John's like, please don't say anything else.
Is there a period somewhere in here?
Get me out of this one, John.
Okay, the latest in dating.
Okay.
I thought we just heard the latest thing.
Yeah, we just heard the latest of dating.
The hottest dating trend on the campus of Ohio State
That's
University.
not dating, by the way.
There's another word for that.
Yeah,
but.
there's a new survey that suggests that people are utilizing their pets to help them choose their companions.
Okay. How are they doing that?
I don't know. It said a recent survey suggests that pet owners in America trust their pets' judgment on who they're dating above their friends and family. I don't know how you do that. You just take your prospective boyfriend, girlfriend, let them take the dog for the walk, and if the dog comes back by itself, it was not a good date.
Or if the prospective person comes back with scratches and bites,
I was going to say, right.
I don't know. Like, so does that mean like if you're just like out at the park and your dog happens to like be uber friendly toward a girl or someone there, is that like them helping you choose?
I don't know, I guess.
I mean, I guess I could kind of see that where, love me and love my dog.
Yeah.
So.
Next thing we'll hear is that people are smearing bacon grease before they go to the park so they get dogs
Well,
to
behind
like
the
them.
ear. That lady's a real dog whisperer over there.
Yeah, the dog really loves her. Okay, you're going to love this one.
Okay.
Potential for humanity to use carbon dioxide. In other words, we inhale oxygen, we exhale carbon dioxide.
We do.
And for those people that are trying to help the planet and also come up with a usable resource that we're currently just throwing away, carbon dioxide is one of them. So there is a new company that is using the same technique that plants do in metamorphosis, I should say. Not
Okay.
metamorphosis. What is that? Photosynthesis. I'm sorry.
Photosynthesis. Yes.
It's the same process. This company has come up with a way to take that carbon dioxide and they turn it into an ingredient. I'm trying to read here what it is. And then it converts the CO2 into ethanol, and then they convert the ethanol into alcohol. And this company is now making vodka out of carbon dioxide.
Awesome.
And it's selling now in some of the nicer restaurants in New York City for $75 a bottle.
Nice. What's it called? Does it say?
Let me look and see. The startup company is called Air Company. But they're not saying what the name of the brand is. I don't have it here in the story.
So would you drink carbon dioxide vodka?
I'm not sure I want to drink anything that's made from humans' bad breath, you know?
Right.
I'm not sure I want to do that.
I draw the line somewhere.
I mean, I don't know if that's going to make me thirsty or not.
So, like John said, the company's name is Air Company, and
Yeah.
the drink is branded Air CO for short.
Air
So it's
seal.
just like a kind of really plain, clear bottle that says Air CO vodka on it.
Cool.
Alrighty then. Well, aren't we something? Now you know.
I thought it might be maybe something that you might want to run with. Maybe you can make a craft beer out of carbon dioxide.
I mean, I'm all there.
Okay.
I would try it.
Okay.
I mean, we've made beer out of a whole lot of other weird things, so why not?
Okay.
So there was this, speaking of, I thought this was so funny. There was this brewery that came up on April Fool's Day, and they came up with, they said they had made beer with helium.
Okay.
There's a video of it somewhere. I don't know if you can find it or not, but so basically they're like, hey guys, we made beer with helium, and when you drink it, like, so they were like showing themselves drinking it and then talking like you had
Right.
inhaled helium, and it was literally the funniest thing, and everyone was believing it.
Okay.
So good. I'm like, could that actually be a thing? Like, you had to stop and think about it for a minute. Could that be a thing? I don't
Okay.
think so.
I have a question. Okay, then if you make beer out of all kinds of things, what is the strangest thing or the most unusual thing that you've made a craft beer out of? If I can
Ooh.
end with a preposition.
Mm.
Or
So,
do you want to tell?
ingredients, right? Well, right now we're looking for, it was funny, right before the show, I was actually messaging a friend. We're looking for, what are those things called, James, that your parents have?
Spruce trees.
Spruce tips. Thank you. Because the new growth on spruce trees,
Yeah.
you can take that and then make a beer out of it. It's super piney.
Okay.
So we're looking for that, and then, but Pawpaw is a good one. We've made Pawpaw beer, which, did you know that Ohio has, it's called Integrated Acres, and they're the largest producer of Pawpaw in like the world, right here in
Really?
Athens. Yeah. That's why they have the Pawpaw Festival.
It's the only
and all
place
that.
I'd ever heard of anybody ever talk about pawpaws. So that's
Yeah.
not really surprising.
Yeah, Pawpaw is a fruit that grows on trees around here. It's indigenous to our area, and it tastes like a mango and a banana mixed together.
Yeah.
And they're ugly little boogers.
They
but
are.
Trying to think if
And you
they're...
have to eat them at the right time, or
Yeah,
there's-
they'll get you. So yeah, there's been all kind of different things that
What about-
ingredients we've put in.
What about dandelions? I got a lot that you can have.
Dandelions. I like it. I don't know. We could try it and see. I mean, why not? Dandelion beer.
It wouldn't be fruity. It'd be kind of weedy kind of flavor. It's not the weed they wanted, but it's
Not the kind of weed that we were thinking about, but yeah. You know, I don't hate that idea. I wonder if we could do that.
Oh, yeah.
It's interesting with the beers, though. You have to, depending on when you put the ingredient in or the flavor in, it either, sometimes it has to be, if you don't put it in the boil and you put it in after, then it obviously has to be aseptic. So it has to be no bacteria whatsoever. So you got to watch that a little bit. Or you can get yourself in all kind of trouble.
You just can't throw a Tootsie Roll Pop in there later on.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you just don't do that.
Okay.
So.
Okay, speaking of beverages, I got another one.
Okay.
Okay, hard seltzers, they're coming out with all kinds of different flavors.
They are.
Fruit, punch, hard iced tea, and all of that.
Yep.
There's another one now called Afternoon Dill Light Hard Pickle Seltzer.
Nice.
It's made out of dill pickles.
Okay. I mean, I would try it. Would you try it?
I don't know, probably.
James?
I don't like pickles, so no.
You don't like pickles?
No, I'm
I
not.
don't know anyone that doesn't like pickles.
We do now.
I do now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
You don't get pickles on your burgers either?
no, I don't. Pickled, nothing pickled for
Nothing
me.
pickled?
It's not for me.
Do you like olives?
Not really.
No? We love you, James.
Thank you.
No, that's funny. Yeah, I would totally try that. I think a little pickle, like there have been breweries that have made pickle beer and stuff like that, and I just feel like a little bit of that would go a long way.
Well, I can remember several years ago when I was going through chemotherapy for cancer, and of course everything tasted like a spoon. Nothing tastes good when you're going through chemo.
Gotcha.
The only two things that I could eat that enjoy, number one was pickles, and the second one was beer.
Really?
Yeah, that what tasted good, because I tried flavoring water. You couldn't drink pop because it tasted metal, but every evening I would sip on a beer, and it had a good flavor to it, at least for me, and pickles tasted good.
Isn't that
So
wild?
I really got into pickles there for a long time. Still do.
Yeah.
When I'm hungry, a big old dill pickle, that sounds good.
No, they're so good. Jamie and I tried to make pickles one time and failed miserably. I don't know what we did wrong, but they were horrific. Horrific.
Growing up on an orchard, my dad tried making pickles.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they were pretty bad. And then he also
I feel
got
his
into
pain.
making wine, and it was worse. But
Yeah, but the good thing about the wine, the more you drink, the better it gets.
this didn't. Trust me. We tried shoving a baglet of AIDS several times. It didn't get any better.
It didn't help.
No.
Okay. I feel you, brother.
But he
Oh,
tried.
man.
He made some really good cider, though.
Hey, there you go.
All right.
Yeah, when in Rome, you gotta make some cider,
That's
right? You got it. We should give John some riddles, James, since we have our riddles here.
It's a good idea.
Yeah,
See how on top of things he is.
yeah.
Riddles.
Yeah, so when Jeff comes in from Callahan Hardware, he typically brings riddles. Well, he had sent me a message yesterday and told me, and he gives away prizes.
Okay.
Well, yesterday he told me he didn't have any riddles, so James and I are like, oh, this is great. We're going to get him because he always asks us the riddles.
Right.
So I have one for you.
Okay.
What can you break even if you never pick it up or touch it?
What can you break? This should be easy. Pick it up or touch it.
Even if you never pick it up or touch it.
Wind?
See, and I'm the one that's been bad all day.
You started it, though.
No, the answer is not wind.
Okay, sorry.
It's a thing, not a
Oh, okay. All right, sorry.
not gas.
How about your heart?
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Tammy Regal.
That's
Guess
not
that.
the answer that they give, but I guess you could. That could be an answer too.
Yeah.
I was going to say a bad habit.
Nope.
All of those could, I guess, fit in.
Yeah.
That's not the answer they give. Starts with a P.
Your fibula. Right
That
there.
starts with an F, James.
Depends on how you spell it.
Starts with a P. It's not your
That's
pafibula.
the Latin.
Do we have to spell it correctly?
Yeah. Yeah, they don't. Jeopardy does not count against spelling. How about a promise?
Yes, that was the,
Okay.
that was the
Ann
answer.
Ward.
Thank you, Anne. You win absolutely nothing other than the fact that we'll tell you that you won.
That's right.
Congratulations.
Good job, Anne.
Thank you for watching.
That's right. You've got it. Well, before we get out of here, we do need to thank some of our friends that make this show possible. Trying to think, there aren't any events that I have other than the Oak Hill graduation tonight and the Jackson prom tomorrow. So please watch out for the kids, and they're going to be excited, and so just watch out for them.
We are planning to have the Jackson Prom Grand March streaming on Facebook
Oh, cool.
on Saturday, so people can watch out for that.
Awesome. All right, so that's very good. Don't forget, if you have any events coming up, Chip and Kathy Smalley are there for you at the shop, where they can do custom engraving, trophies, plaques, all kind of different things like that. Whatever you need for prizes or to commemorate somebody, Chip and Kathy can do that. You can give them a call at 988-2841 at the shop. And if you need any custom engraving done, please contact them. Also want to thank our friends at the filling station, the store Broadway and Penn and Wellston and Quick Stop. And John Boy over there is a fan of all the stuff that they have at the store.
Ooh, yes.
Yes.
Everything's delicious.
It is. It's
It
so
is.
good. And if you don't want to get out of your car, they have the drive-through,
They do.
which is very helpful as well. So there you go. You don't even have to get out of your car. That's convenience in the convenience store. Right?
You got it.
And if you need a car to drive through the drive-through, you can go to Carmen's and get that.
We're just being helpful now.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, there's cars out there for sale, and you could then get that and then drive straight to the drive-through and test it out. See how it works. So go out and see Carmen. That was a segue, wasn't it?
That was.
Yeah.
A nice one.
Yep. All right. So anybody have any fun weekend plans?
Let's see. Mowing the grass.
Sneezing a lot.
Of course, I have a grandson now I'm teaching to cut grass. And see, I really enjoy that. And
I do too.
I guess I didn't pass that gene along to my siblings. But yeah, we'll be attempting that tomorrow.
Well, very good. Yeah, grass mowing to me is therapeutic, but it's even more therapeutic when you have time to do it.
That's true.
Yeah, that's helpful. But James, anything fun planned?
Gonna live stream the Jackson Prom
That's right.
Grand March.
And you're going to watch more episodes of Ozark, right?
I might.
Okay.
Let's see.
I've got James on watching Ozark. so,
Really?
yeah.
After talking to you about that yesterday, like the way it is like laid out, I looked it up on Google Maps just to kind of look at the way that it's really interesting
Lake
to look
of
at
Ozark.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because it's kind of like it snakes around. It's kind of like a bunch of rivers that are
Yeah.
all like
It's like
connected.
different communities almost
Yeah,
around it.
and then
Yeah.
it does actually like go into a river that like snakes around even further. It's really interesting.
Well, you'll just learn all about that as you keep watching the show.
Maybe I will.
Of course, I've never seen the show, and when he was talking, I was thinking, what did he say?
So you need to watch Ozark. It's a great
Okay.
one on Netflix. Jason Bateman, and there is a girl on there named Ruth who will just entertain you for hours.
Okay.
She's hilarious.
All right.
So, yep. All right. Well, I guess we have to get out of here for the day. Thank you so much for spending the time with us this morning, John.
You're welcome.
It's always good seeing you. And thank you, James, for putting up with us.
You're welcome.
So everybody have a great weekend. Do remember that the temperatures are going to be great, around the 70s, low 70s, and maybe a little rain on Sunday. But enjoy your time. Remember the Oak Hill graduation tonight, Jackson prom tomorrow. Be on a lookout for the kids. They're going to be very, very excited, and just watch out for them. Maybe slow down around those areas. So have a great day, everyone, and weekend, and we'll be right back here on Monday. So we'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Thanks.